the weekly feed. Kyle Meredith with Houndmouth, and here we are in this cactus-laden. We're at Willie Nelson's ranch, guys.
Who'd have thunk?
This is what your tour does for you. I imagine it puts you in places like this all the time, actually.
Oh yeah, every day.
Only the prettiest of places.
Only the prettiest. Well, it is. You guys are like the great study, like a National Geographic documentary right now of band on the rise. That old silly cliche term, but it's fun because right now you kind of get to see you guys learning on the job, which is probably, I'm guessing, what it feels like. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You never know what we're doing, really. Definitely learning as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get put out, you guys have been in the undercards for some great bands so far. Backing up, you released an EP last year, and you've been a band at this point now for a little over a year and a half, or about a year and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a nice whirlwind.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's no pressure at all.
I think.
Yeah. So what happens though, you release the EP, it comes out, this is after a bit of an internet buzz. Why don't you guys actually tell us the quick story?
I recorded some songs that we all did in my house, just in my MacBook, little Pro Tools rig, and put it up online, and got a little blog buzz.
Yeah.
And came down to South by Southwest last year.
Jeff Travis saw us.
Jeff Travis from Rough Trade saw us. Talked with them for a little bit, and they decided to put out the EP.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you guys you go to Rough Trade, the EP goes out, and suddenly the comparisons start rolling in. Now, a lot of bands get compared to a lot of artists, but do you guys find it trying? Because you definitely had you wear your influences on your sleeves. You know, this isn't who's your influence question. You wear them on your sleeves, but when it comes review after review of sounds like, does that get a bit trying when you're really trying to forge your own little mark?
I think so, especially like we got like Mumford & Son comparisons and like.
That's lazy journalism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we don't have a single acoustic instrument
right
in our band.
Right. So how do you overcome that? Because, you know, here you guys are working on a new record. What part of it do you guys say, listen, we can salute our heroes, whatever it is, or now we have to try to get away from it?
I don't think being compared is a bad thing necessarily, like, because if people dig A, they're gonna hopefully dig B too, so I mean, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
We're not like trying to sound like another band, so we just have to try and sound like what we sound like. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's a perfect time actually for you guys to be sounding like whatever you sound like.
Yeah.
It sounds like, you know, I mean, the pendulum of rock and roll usually swings with, whatever sound, but we've hit this stride in the last couple of years where it's this rootsy sound that's coming out. I mean, I don't know really what the question is here, because I don't think you guys could have projected that. It's not like you guys, it doesn't seem like you guys went into it and went.
Right, yeah, it's not like we picked a niche to get into. I think we've all listened to the same stuff growing up, and it kind of came together like it just came together, you know?
Yeah.
It seemed pretty natural.
So from the few new tracks I've heard, you guys have been doing it live and everything, the sound actually does sound a little bit bigger. Whatever that is, even a little bit, we're not going to say pop, but a little bit poppier than that basic root sound. Is that from being out on the road and being on tour with whoever he is? Is that from the stuff you listen to? Or is that just from this natural thing where you guys are going, all right, we did that sound, what's next?
I think are you talking about the EP? Like the sound?
Yeah, versus the EP, right.
Yeah, the EP was just really lo-fi, like we couldn't make it sound any bigger. With the mics with the mics and stuff that we had. I mean, we liked the way it sounded, absolutely, but I think our live show just is louder naturally.
I think the sound guys are getting more accustomed to running sound for us.
Yeah.
Well, we're playing better venues still.
That's helpful.
Yeah,
that's helpful.
Like my God, when we were
what is it?
Played at a place in New Orleans and we had to do our own sound. Like I was sitting right by this little lunchbox thing, and I was like, "Can you guys hear everything?" And
I didn't even know. There was 3 mics, so I just like, I'll sit out. Oh, got it.
Yeah, asked Brittany Howard, actually, the Alabama Shakes you guys toured with, what was the biggest difference and everything. She goes, well, we have monitors now, and that's pretty great. You know, it's judging your accomplishments in little small increments.
It's funny how much better you can sound when you actually know what the hell it is that you sound like.
Yeah. So once again, here you are a year into it. Is this what you guys signed up for? Are you figuring out that this is exactly what you wanted?
I don't think any of us really like this isn't what we went in. We didn't start playing to do this, I don't think.
Right.
We started playing just because we really enjoyed it, and then it took off very quickly for us. And Yeah, well, I mean, I
We
wouldn't
didn't
trade
really
it for the
expect
world.
anything.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to expect.
So this is cool.
But I guess it's more like who doesn't want to be a rock star? Who doesn't have those dreams of like, man, if I can just make the living at this, you know?
Right. It's great looking at it like that, but like when you're in it, it's kind of, you don't realize like what's going on. Like,
right.
I don't know.
We still like carry all of our own stuff and like it's not
sure.
luxurious.
Well, yeah, so far.
Carry your stuff.
Most of us carry our own stuff. We should say.
Oh man.
Princess.
And what is it? But the cool things keep happening. You guys come back home and you had a beer named after you. Now home is Southern Indiana, right across the river from Louisville. You know, we do this, of course, but you come. What's this beer? What is this?
It's called Houndmouth. It's a wheat ale.
Hoppy wheat.
Hoppy wheat. Yeah.
Hoppy
Nice.
wheat.
You gotta come.
Does it taste good?
Yeah.
It tastes great.
Did you guys get to taste it before they put your name on it?
Yeah.
But we were involved in like how we wanted it to taste. Like we
Yeah.
kind of sat down with them. We're like, we want it to be like this kind of beer, and so they were like, okay, and then.
Well, they're great over there, so they knew what we were talking about, even though we don't.
Well, it's really nice that you guys can even agree on one taste. I mean, that's
Well,
That's
I
why
hate
it's
beer, so
yeah.
I didn't have a say at all.
But
Yeah, like, whatever.
He endorses the beer.
It's great.
and that's NABC, by the way.
I like beer as long as it tastes like whiskey. That's it.
As long as it tastes like this.
Houndmouth, when's the record coming out? When's the next record coming out? Do you guys got a date yet?
Coming out June
Yeah, this is
4th.
June 4th.
All right, we'll be looking forward to it. Has it got a title? Another self-title? What is it?
From the hills below the city.
All right, we're looking forward to it out on Rough Trade. Houndmouth, thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Willie Nelson's Ranch, Heartbreaker Banquet.
Woo!